on now. Yeah.
Welcome back to my channel. Hit that like, subscribe button, and feel free to leave a comment below. Man, let me tell you about the day I turned into a real life fireball. I ain't talking about no Breaking Bad episode. I'm talking about real skin melting, explosion having, life-changing type of experience. It was a regular day, nice outside. One of those days where you think nothing crazy is gonna happen. The sun is shining, the birds are chirping. Ain't nobody thinking about meth lab disasters. Then my phone rings. It's this dude, Captain Clueless. And he's at a bind. He's at a standstill with his product, stuck, confused, and lost in the sauce. And me, thinking I'm Walter White, mixed with a little MacGyver, I tell him, say less. I'll be there shortly. So there I am, rolling down the street, right? I pull up to his house, and this dude's already looking stressed out. He starts breaking it down, explaining what's wrong. But what he don't tell me is that he's already put Red Devil Lye in the flask. Now let me paint this picture. This ain't no little science experimental flask. This is a 22,000 milliliter beast, big enough to look like it came straight out of a supervillain's lab. It's got heaters on the top and bottom, like some Frankenstein chemical madness, right? I listen to his problems, and I go, oh, I got it. I know exactly what's wrong. I grab a bottle of Red Devil Lye, pop it open, and pour it in like I'm seasoning up some carne asada, right? That's when this dude suddenly remembers, I put something in. Bro, what? Now, normally, you got to pick up the flask and hit it in a circle to activate it. But now, we got 2 bottles in there, meaning we just created a whole new level of danger. And neither one of us knows what's about to happen. So I lift it up, I give it a spin, and that's when all hell breaks loose. This thing starts spraying out of the top like a damn geyser. I'm just, you know what I mean? And here's the kicker. I'm standing there in a t-shirt and shorts. No lab coat, no gloves, not even some safety goggles. I thought I was about to be in and out, you know what I mean? 5-minute fix, collect my respect, and bounce. Instead, I'm out here dodging chemicals like it's a war zone. I'm like, damn. I mean, just shooting out everywhere. I'm trying not to get on my body, right? I try to keep it from getting on my skin, pointing in other directions. But then, boom, I see a flicker in the room. My stomach drops. That flicker, that ain't nothing good. That's fire. And before I can even react, wow, a ball of fire explodes past me. I don't even have time to think. I just close my eyes and pray to every saint I can remember. Saint Matthew, Mark, Luke, John, Jesus, Mary, everybody, right? Next thing I know, I'm running straight full sprint down the alley, not even looking back, just running. I mean, my adrenaline was through the roof. But then I glanced down at my arms. Bro, my skin is melting. It looked like chicken skin peeling off the bone, just sliding right off my arms. That's when I knew I'm cooked. I grabbed my phone, called my homie. Hey, come and get me now. He's like, what happened? I'm like, bro, I just blew up. So he pulls up minutes later. When I get in the car, he just stares at me like he just picked up a zombie. My skin is peeling, my hair is singed. I probably smell like a burnt tortilla. And I'm just sitting there like, damn, did this really just happen? I'm like, whopping? We pull up to my house, but there's a problem. I'm locked out. Now my homie ain't waiting, so he goes straight through the window, opens the door, and I stumble in, man, all burnt up. First thing I do, straight to the tub. I crank the cold water on full blast, throw ice in there, and jump in, thinking I'm about to cool this off, right? Wrong move. I could have gone into like severe shock, but my adrenaline was so high, I didn't even feel the pain yet. Then things get even worse. My wife comes home for her lunch break, right? She sees the screen missing from the window and instantly thinks we're getting robbed. So she pulls up with the homegirl, ready to investigate. Her friend walks in, sees me half melted in the tub, and immediately starts freaking out. Oh my God! Oh my God! Now my wife is tripping, and her homegirl, she calls 911 before I can even say a word. Minutes later, I hear the sirens in the distance, and I'm like, oh shit. Here we go. Within minutes, the ambulance pulls up. Paramedics rush in. And next thing I know, I'm strapped to a stretcher getting wheeled out like a scene from ER. The crazy part, I still wasn't feeling the pain. My body was too busy being in shock to realize it had just been barbecued, right? And that, my friends, is a story of how I literally blew up trying to play Breaking Bad. Except instead of getting rich, I got third-degree burns and a one-way ticket to the ER. Now, let me tell you about that. Man, waking up in that burn unit was like stepping straight into hell. Except I wasn't dead. And my entire body was screaming at me for making the dumbest decision of my life. But what made it even crazier? I wake up to the damn DEA yelling at me, "Are you gonna let them do this to you? Talk to us. Tell us who did this." I'm laying there, looking like a rotisserie chicken. And in my head, I'm like, motherfucker, I did this to myself. You know, it's what I'm thinking in my head, right? Like, what am I supposed to do? What am I supposed to say? Oh, yeah, officer, it was me, myself, and I. Go ahead and arrest all three of us. So eventually, they figure out I'm not talking. And they leave, right? And that's when the real pain hits. This wasn't some ouch, I stubbed my toe type of pain. Nah. This was pain that made me question whether I was still human or if I had somehow been transported to a different dimension where only suffering exists. And it took about 3 days before I even looked at myself in the mirror. And let me tell you, when I finally did, bro, I broke down in tears. Talk about a man crying, my face jacked up, my arms, legs, looked like burnt toast. 1st degree, 2nd degree, 3rd degree burns all over my face, my neck, my arms, my legs. That's when reality slapped me in the face. No, actually, it drop kicked me off the top rope. My life as I knew it, gone. Then I get word that my mom is on her way from Texas. Now, if you know Mexican moms, you already know what's about to happen. She ain't coming with no doctors, no prescriptions. She's coming with prayers, now holy water, and faith strong enough to move mountains. Sure enough, she walks in, sees me wrapped up like a damn mummy, and immediately starts praying over me every single day and night. But prayers or not, the real horror show was just getting started. The healing process, aka living nightmare mode for me. 5 doctors came in, strapped me down, and hit me with morphine. And for a second, I'm thinking, okay, maybe this ain't gonna be so bad. Then I feel scraping. Scraping. Well, it was like a what do you call it? A butter knife, almost like. One doctor is scraping my left arm. One doctor is scraping my right arm. One doctor is scraping my left leg. One doctor is scraping my right leg. And the final doctor, bro, he's scraping my damn face. At least I thought. I was like, oh, wait, he's not just scraping. He's cutting a whole layer off. So what they did is they cut all the way, even layer off my face. They're telling me it's to help it heal evenly. Man, I'm not even thinking about healing. I'm thinking, how am I still conscious, right? And if that wasn't enough, they bring in a therapist. Now, I'm thinking maybe he's going to sit me down, talk about my feelings, help me cope. Nope. His job, to break my hands back every day. See, when you get burnt that bad, your skin tightens up. And if you don't stretch it out, you'll end up stuck with bent hands forever. So I had these scabs right here. So every day, this guy comes in and bends my hands back until the scabs break open and starts bleeding down my arms. Just rips every damn day. And if that wasn't enough, every time I stood up, my legs would bleed. Why? Because all my nerve endings were exposed, meaning every little movement felt like I was walking barefooted on shattered glass mixed with lava. And I had to go through this for months. Every day, my legs had to be wrapped and changed just to keep from getting affected, right? But you know what? Eventually, I walked. And when I did, it felt like climbing a damn mountain. It took months of therapy, months of pain, months of wanting to quit. But I kept pushing and pushing. And finally, I started to get back my life, to get my life back, right? But just when I thought I was in the clear, the legal side of things kicked in. Now that's a whole different story. But let me tell you something. This story ain't about my mistakes. It's about coming back from them. Because no matter how bad it gets, no matter how deep you've fallen, no matter how impossible it feels, God will never give you more than you can't handle. And if someone who literally blew himself up, can come out on the other side, then so can you. Moral of the story, if there's one thing I learned the hard way, it's that shortcuts will always catch up to you. It don't matter if you're hustling on the streets, working a 9 to 5, or even trying to cut corners on something simple. The easy way out always comes with a price. And that price, it's never worth it. The game will always catch up. See, back in the day, I used to think, man, if I can just finesse the system, make this quick money, flip this fast, I'll be straight. I wasn't thinking about tomorrow. I wasn't thinking about next week. Hell, I wasn't even thinking about 5 minutes from now. All I cared about was that quick come up. But let me tell you, the streets don't do refunds. The game, it always collects its debt. It's not if, but when. You might be winning today, stacking up, flexing, feeling untouchable. Then, bam! One wrong move, one bad deal, one setup, one mistake, and everything you thought you had is gone. If it ain't the law, it's your enemies. If it ain't your enemies, it's your so-called homies. And if it ain't them, it's your own damn choices catching up to you. You cannot outrun karma. Shortcuts in life, same deal. It's not just the streets. It's life in general. Let's say you're on a job site, right? You think, man, I don't need to follow these safety rules. I'll just do it, the fast way. Next thing you know, you're in a hospital bed, missing a limb, wishing you took the extra 5 minutes to do it right. Or let's say you're trying to finesse the system, cutting corners on your taxes, trying to dodge the rules. Boom, boom, boom. IRS knocks on your door. And now your bank account is frozen. And they're taking all your shit like they did Tekashi 6ix9ine. Got him from everything, took his cars, his jewelry, everything, right? Even in relationships, you think you can sneak around, play games, be slick? Bro, let me tell you, you will get caught. And when you do, it's 10 times worse than if you just handled your business the right way from the start. If it comes fast, it leaves even faster. Fast money, fast success, fast anything, that shit don't last. Every real OG will tell you, the ones who make it, the ones who stay solid, the ones who win in the long run, they ain't the ones taking shortcuts. They're the ones playing the long game. They're grinding. They're putting in the work. They're building something real. Because when you do it right, when you build it right, when you earn it, no one can take that from you. So whether you're in the streets, at a job, running a business, or just out here trying to live, remember this. If it's too easy, it ain't worth it. If it's too quick, it won't last. And if you think you're getting away with it, just wait. Your time is coming. Do it right. Do it solid. Play the long game. Because when you do, that's when you really win. Thank you guys for tuning in. Hit that like, subscribe button if you like this. I appreciate you guys. I'm out.